Hello, everyone. Welcome back to
The ginger.
Oh, we were out of sync.
Yeah,
oh
no,
that's the
never
first time that's happened. Okay, welcome back to
The Ginger and Spice Podcast.
Welcome to our Christmas podcast.
Woohoo!
So this is probably actually going to be a little bit chaotic. I was just thinking, are most of our podcasts chaotic? But I don't know if they are.
We do have some serious ones sometimes, but
Yeah.
this one's going to be very loosey-goosey.
Yeah, absolutely. At Christmas time, we do tend to go for like kind of parody books and sentient books. And I don't know, we kind of go off the rails a little bit with Christmas books. We don't tend to read any fluffy ones usually.
So,
They have their place, but
last year we had a bit of a bad run, didn't we? With
Yeah.
fluffy books, not to mention any names.
Megan Quinn.
That one there. And now I feel like we've learned that's not our vibe. Either come at us with a bit of dark romance, maybe even just pure spice.
Yeah,
and
pure
we're
smut.
down.
Absolutely fine. And that's usually what we tend to lean into
Yeah.
at Christmas time, we've realised. And actually, that's where we thrive, to be honest. So this year, we didn't even particularly try to read anything that was fluffy. We stuck to absolute batshit crazy or absolute filth. And it worked for us very well.
It really did. There is one that we are going to talk about. Actually, I think it'll be the first bit that we talk about, which is just pure smut. However, we did not enjoy it.
We did not like that at all. We have things to say.
It is a, I mean, obviously we're going to talk about the spice, so stick around for that. But at the same time, it wasn't very tasteful. Was it?
It's actually a very popular book.
It is.
As well within the smutty, spicy community. So, would you like to introduce the books that we're going to cover today?
Absolutely, I would love to. Okay, so we're going to kickstart with The Naughty List by Jade West. Then we're going to go into Sleigh Ride by Lauren Biel. We're then going to skyrocket into Mean One by Ab Cynthe.
Ab Cynthe, Absinthe. I still don't know how to say this person's name.
I'm calling it absinthe, as in like the drink.
Yeah, absinthe. It could be like a funny play on that. Yeah, let's go with absinthe.
Absinthe sounds great. Bullets and Mistletoe by CJ Lucci, and then Santa's Sack by Nicole Parker and Unfortunate Reads.
Unfortunate Reads. Yep.
Yeah.
On that one, we actually read a book called Fully Charged by Nicole Parker and Unfortunate Reads, and it was about what's in the Electric Bunny Rabbit, and we fucking loved it.
Oh my god, that was a five-star read for me.
We had such a good time.
Oh my god, I loved it so much.
Was that Christmas? Yeah, that was Christmas related. That was last Christmas because there was an elf on the pee-pee.
That's elfed.
For fuck's sake. Wait.
Fully Charged, he was just a...
Well, her battery died.
That's
died, right. Yeah. I have no idea when we read that book, but it was at some point one day.
It was in the last year.
Yeah.
And that's all you're getting
out
of us on that.
Last year-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
But we had a great time.
Yeah, it was great.
So we've got a couple of breaks that we're going to have in the middle of this today. So we've got a mince pie break. So if you've watched any of our Zodiac Academy podcasts, which some of you may not have, we started doing a Kipling cake break. That will only make sense to you if you've read Zodiac Academy. So we started having a little break in the middle of it. And actually, that kind of gave us a new lease of life, didn't it? Just having a little break. So today we're going to have a mince pie break. Now, me and Tia have never actually had a mince pie before. Well, I know I've definitely not had one.
So I've tried a mince pie before, like years ago. But this is like a different vibe of mince pie.
I think it's like billionaire shortbread mince pie or something. Yeah.
With like a crumbly topping.
Yeah.
But also I want to see if I genuinely do like it now that I've grown up.
Yeah. So we're going to do that. And also, I believe the new John Lewis Christmas advert has just dropped and they usually do smash it. So we're going to do a little cheeky watch of the John Lewis Christmas advert. So by the time you listen to this, the advert will have dropped weeks ago.
Yeah.
But we are filming this ahead of time because obviously I am going away for Christmas. I'm going away for a long period of time. So we're filming this ahead. So
it's actually summer.
Yeah.
No. I should be in a bikini.
It's actually July. Yeah, so it might seem weird that we're talking about and watching the John Lewis advert.
How exciting!
Yeah.
The John Lewis advert.
And everyone's like,
everyone watch. Really.
Everyone's already seen it 15 times a day.
Yeah.
But just humour us, okay?
Yeah.
We've got lovely little Grinch blankets. So these are actually from Asda, not an ad, obviously. But we got these little blankets from Asda. They're Grinch. They were £8.50, and that was it. And they are absolutely, they're so soft.
They look really good on the camera.
Yeah, and obviously one of our books that we read is the Mean One, which is a parody of the Grinch. He's
Yep.
called the Grouch. So we obviously had to get Grinch blankets for our poddy today.
Yeah, because Max isn't a dog; it's a female.
Yeah, in that one. I think that's the one I'm looking forward to talking about
Is
most.
it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Nice.
I really didn't think I was going to vibe with a green furry man as much as I did. Who knew?
It's because of the PP is like can't get two hands around it, so it's got to be that.
Enormous.
Imagine that coming at you.
Yeah,
Coming
that's
at
insane.
any of your areas, mouth,
Yeah.
down there area.
I don't know if someone made the point recently to say that when they say in books you couldn't get two hands around it, do they actually mean like this? Or do they mean like when you wrap two hands around it that way, it doesn't cover the whole PP?
I'm not being funny, but if it was that way, that's a tiny PP.
Yeah, I
Do you know what I
mean,
mean?
if you had to, because women don't
then
have
still,
big
that
hands.
would just make it like that, and I feel like that's at least average size.
Yeah, and like women
I have
don't
got tiny
have
hands.
big hands. Yeah, but most women don't. I've got small hands as well. I feel like, well, you couldn't wrap two hands around it.
I'm telling you now, it's meant to be like that.
Yeah, I reckon so.
But that,
For shock value, yeah.
I know we've
Which
done
is
this
insane.
before, but I mean,
That's like way bigger. That's like two wine glasses.
whoa.
Yeah. Whoa, indeed.
Whoa. Wait, do the wine bottle.
Well, it's
Do
about
it to
the wine bottle's about the same as the bottom of there. Yeah.
Oh.
So you can't wrap two hands.
That wine bottle is going nowhere near me.
Oh. Do you remember Big Brother? Do you remember the series of Big Brother when she was here on the grass and she was doing herself with a wine bottle?
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone here is old enough to remember that, but we are.
Yeah, for sure.
When she was doing herself with a wine bottle.
Yeah.
It was back in the day when nothing got banned.
It was so much more fun back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was like anything goes back then. God, it was. And do you remember when they were pretending to be like a cat or whatever? That bloke was pretending to be a cat.
Do you know
was he a politician as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was mental.
The best series of Big Brother was when Tiffany was in it and she came in saying David's dead.
Oh, yeah.
But they thought it was David Guest that was in bed.
Yeah.
But everything, that was the Gemma Collins one as well. I've got nothing left,
I've got nothing left, Darren.
I've got nothing left, Darren.
I've got nothing left, Darren.
Whole series.
My personal favourite
perfection.
series of Big Brother from back in the day when it was actually good was the Nikki Graham one.
Yeah, she was amazing.
That was brilliant. Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Pete, was it? Pete Vids or something like that? He was the one that had Tourette's.
And Chantel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. What were we going to say?
I can't remember who she was talking about, but she called him a fat ox, and that was really great. It's like he's eating all the cornflakes, and all of us have just got to starve the fat ox. I actually love her so much. She's so funny.
Oh dear. Who is she? I liked that.
Yeah, she was very emotional.
God rest her soul. She's no longer with us. Okay, let's get into actual Christmas stuff. I feel like we just took the vibe down unintentionally then.
We started talking about Big Brother. We went really off.
Yeah, massively. Okay, what we starting with? The Naughty List by Jade West.
Yes, let's do it.
Do it, baby. So we started reading Christmas books quite a little while ago, obviously in preparation. And one of the very first books that we did listen to was The Naughty List, or read. So some of them we audioed, some of them we eyeballed. And we audio booked this one. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it didn't go well.
Right, so one issue that we had with this was, if you know our socials, you'll know this is coming. We read The Secret Club at the same time that we booked this.
Yeah.
And as they're on the same sort of wavelength, even though that this one is Christmas vibes, this one didn't hit as much as the other one did. And I think that's where our enjoyment levels went downhill.
Absolutely.
Dramatically.
I think we didn't mean to, and it was just pure coincidence that we ended up reading those two books around the same time. Yeah. And obviously it's natural when you end up reading two books that are so similar at the same time, you will compare them. And I did say this to you when we were filming the socials review. I wonder if we had read The Naughty List first, would we have liked it more?
Okay, so we have got Ella, whose boyfriend cheated on her, and they have left each other. So she needs to make some quick cash so that she can go to Australia to go and be with her family for Christmas. And the way she's going to make quick cash is by basically selling her body.
Mm-hmm.
So she joins this little organisation, and it's on a tiered basis. It's basically the naughty list, and she can pick and choose which jobs she does. And I mean, the jobs were mental.
Yeah, so the naughty list is the list of jobs which are tiered.
Yeah.
That's what the naughty list is.
I mean, some of them really went off, didn't they? Some issues were that it wasn't as tasteful as
Yep.
The Secret Club
Yep.
when we were reading that. So that was one issue for me. The next issue was when she was getting into this job role, she was on like this conference call Teams call.
Yeah.
She was on a Teams call, and the people that were interviewing her were really fucking pervy.
Oh, it was really seedy.
Oh,
it was so seedy.
They were making her take her clothes off and basically like touch herself in front of them on this Teams call, and it was just
That was chapter 2, by the way.
bleh.
That was literally chapter 2.
She's meant to be a cute goth. That didn't mix with the whole Christmas vibe of what was going on.
Yeah, so her character was like a gothic Barbie, is how it came across. That she had like fishnet tights, black hair, the eyeliner, the black lips, but was like saucy and girly still. So it was like gothic Barbie vibes, and she was quite I don't know how to describe it. Her look was aggressive, but her demeanor was a little bit more timid, but she was quite beggy as well. Now her voice in the audio was extremely fucking posh.
Really posh.
It
really
did
like
not
posh
match
English
whatsoever. It didn't match.
It didn't make sense.
I feel like this is a book that if you're going to read it, you should probably eyeball read, because the audio didn't match up with, like, I just couldn't get past it.
No. And then going back to this whole beggy situation, like the jobs that she was doing, we'll get onto the period one stat, but the jobs that she was doing, she just really wanted to please everyone, and it was just a lot. Some of the things she was doing, it was like, just chill out for a minute, like just take a breather, have a little cake break, and let's, come back to maybe, is this the right decision for you? She didn't do any of those things. She carried on. So some of the jobs that she done, we had the period play one, which we'll come to shortly so that we can discuss that in depth. There was one where there was 8 guys at a Christmas party.
Oh yeah, fucking hell.
One of them used his whole fist while the other 8 watched, and then they all finished on her.
Yep.
At the Christmas party. There was one where it was 2 boyfriends. I actually didn't mind this one. 2 boyfriends, they shared her. That one was all right, but again, she was like really begging, and they was having showers together, and she was like, oh, I just want them to be my friend. Whatever. There was one where the wife had...
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
The wife wanted to catch the husband cheating.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And then she'd walked in and she was like, but, we just really want to be together. And then the woman basically got undressed and then forced her on her down there. That was fine.
Where's my wine?
Down there. Next to
Bella.
Bella.
Oh, yeah. How did you know that motivated?
There was one where she got dropped off at a park and then some guy chased her and then he took her to a farm and then he got her in the mud with like a load of pig stuff.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I must have stopped listening at
There
some
was
point.
a lot.
There was a daddy one. There was a daddy.
Oh yeah, and
one.
I actually thought that she was going to end up with him.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to progress into something quite delicious.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It didn't. But yeah, basically this one, she done so many jobs. None of them were that tasteful. And I don't feel like I, wanted to get the, toys out for it.
Yeah, it did not give me any feels whatsoever, like at all. I have a note that says, I got to chapter 16 and it says, this is getting a little boring now. That's what it says, chapter 16. And I mean, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I think maybe it is important to know this going into it, because I don't know if I would have read it if I had known this. There's no actual romance in this.
No.
Like, until the very end, and you get, when I say like the tiniest smidgen, like teeny, like this much romance at the end, at the very, very end. Now, I do believe it is part of a larger series. I don't know how many books are in it. In all honesty, I don't care, because I'm not going to be going to read any more of them, so I didn't bother looking at how many was in the series, but I believe they are a continuation.
I think there's 3.
So I assume there's going to be romance in the next one with someone that she meets.
Yeah.
And which was very unexpected, actually. The tiniest smidgen of romance that you get was with someone that I didn't expect it to be with, and it was sort of thrust upon you right at the very end.
It was kind of like a forgotten thing that got thrown together.
Yeah. I would have preferred if she'd just gotten with the daddy guy.
Yes,
I would have just preferred that if that had become
they
a
really
thing.
had this cute connection as well. And do you know what? She wasn't that irritating in that scene.
No. Even if it was just short-lived.
Yeah.
That would have been fine with that. Okay, shall we move on to the period play?
Oh, lordy.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah. So I haven't got down how much this was for.
Nope.
But I think it was a lot. So basically he told her to not put anything in, no period pads or anything like that. He wants her to turn up with it basically leaking down her legs. So she gets there, she's ready. She's ready to go. And they end up doing it because he's so into it. And then she's like, let me suck you off. And that for me, that bit was where I wanted to take my own eyeballs out.
And ear holes.
Ear holes. I wanted to cut my own ear holes off my head.
I was slightly ahead of you in this audio, and I had said to you, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. Like, literally, that's when I was like, this is fucking awful. This is not good. And I was like, this absolutely disgusting. Like, my eyes were watering. I was gagging. It was not it whatsoever.
Do you know what? Like, I can deal with the period situation because I know a lot of women don't mind that. Put a little towel down,
Whatever.
get the business done. Fine.
Yeah.
But it was her sucking him off.
Yeah.
That really done it for me. I was like, I actually can't do this anymore. And just how willing she was to do it as well.
It was honestly,
she was far too willing.
She was honestly King K as AF. Like, she was kinky as fuck in this. Like, she was just down. She was like, I'll do whatever.
But it's because she wanted everyone to love her. Because she was like on this weird little.
So beggy as well.
She was like, she wanted to be better than the woman that's like the main woman that's amazing.
The high earner, whatever. Yeah.
And she was like trying to go against her. And she was like, I just want to be perfect for everyone.
I want to be better than this woman. She was like aiming to do better and beat this woman that she'd never met, but she seen her on the leaderboard and was like, she was aiming to be better than her. And it was just so beggy trying to please everyone. Honestly, for us, it really didn't hit. It sort of starts off all right. And then it just went to a place where you were like, for fuck's sake.
I know. I think as soon as she done that Teams call and those blokes were so seedy towards her, I was like, this is not going to be something that I vibe with because this is seedy as shit.
The whole thing was pretty seedy.
Yeah,
it really was. So if this is something that you were thinking about reading and you haven't already read The Secret Club, I would say read The Secret Club instead. And if you want to do research purposes, also read this and then compare. Actually, I'd be quite interested to see if people have the same opinion as us. Like, if you read The Secret Club and then this, would you feel the same?
Do you know what it is? Like, you want to see yourself as the FMC, right?
Yeah.
When we read The Secret Club, I was thinking that I was her and I was like, I'm having the time of my life.
Yeah.
I am down for all of these jobs. Whereas this one was so bad that I was like, I ain't doing any of them.
No,
I'm not even turning up.
Yeah. It started off like some of the jobs being like, yeah, I'd do that. And then it was like, yeah, actually, no.
No, I'm not going to work today.
No, I'm not doing that.
No.
That really took a turn.
Yeah.
So for us, this is a no. Let's say if we were doing a yes, no, maybe, this would be in the no pile. For me, personally, it wouldn't even be in the maybe pile. The maybe pile is where my 3 to 3.5 stars sit. Anything below a 3 is the no pile.
So for me, this was a 3. So I'm guessing this was a 2.5 for you.
Yeah.
So this was a 3 for me. And the only reason I would suggest it is if someone hadn't already read The Secret Club. I will say, if you've read The Secret Club, you will not enjoy this.
Yeah. It's worth trying. Like, just for, like you said, research purposes, I'd be interested to see if you actually enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's that long, is it? Well, it's 300-ish pages, I think.
I mean, it is Christmas. Get festive. Why not? But if this was like 100 pages, I'd be like, okay, everyone read it so that we can all have a
talk
chat about it. But that is quite a commitment.
Yeah,
To try and force
absolutely.
people to do that, and then.
So yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars. You gave it 3 stars.
Yeah.
I gave it 6 chili peppers.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I gave it 5.
It's
but
just
yeah,
fucking
6.
relentless.
It's relentless.
It's insane. Yeah, it was a bit of a wild ride, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I won't continue the series, and I probably won't read any of her other books.
So we did actually try Sugar Daddies, and
well, you did, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, I did it, and I told you to change it because I was like, I'm not vibing with this whatsoever.
Okay, so that's 2 of them now then.
Yeah.
That we've said no to. So yeah, we probably won't try a third time. So let's move on to the next one. What do you want to do?
Let's do Sleigh Ride.
Yeah, that's good because it's next in my
Woohoo! So this one is an absolute ride, and I never realised that I would be so invested with someone doing stuff with a turkey.
Yeah, I agree.
And not even just a turkey. He hybrided that shit out. He put a melon inside the turkey and then stuck his pee-pee in it.
Yeah, and then he took the turkey drumstick off and then used it like in that kind of motion.
You know.
In her areas, but not in the normal area.
He
in
went
the
in
rear
there.
area.
Yeah.
He went in the back door.
Too many infections, isn't it? If you just start sticking turkeys in your hoo-ha.
So this is Book 2 in the Staycation series by Lauren Biel. Obviously, book 1 was Sinner's Retreat, and that was like a summertime read.
Love
and that was a fun time.
It really was.
It was very funny, really quite dark actually as well. It was dark rom-com, and this follows the same kind of pattern. And not in a like negative or derogatory way, but this is almost like a copy and paste, but different main characters in Alaska at Christmas time. And it is very funny. So for me, this book was actually a 3.5 stars up until the turkey drumstick scene.
Situation.
Yeah, up until the turkey scenes. And then I was just howling. I was honestly crying, laughing. It was just so absurd and so batshit crazy.
Yeah, because I did genuinely feel like, there was a part where they ended up in a cabin in the woods because she kind of got lost, but he found her.
Yep.
And up until that point, I was pretty lost. I was like, I don't really know why we're here, to be honest.
I agree, yeah. It didn't really make that much sense as to what was going on and what the purpose was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if any of you have read Sinner's Retreat, Bennett in Sinner's Retreat that ends up doing the pineapple is the MMC in this one.
Yeah.
And he gets himself a turkey this time.
Yeah.
And some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, he does some bits with mashed potatoes. So he intercepts food going to her room when she's not feeling very well, and takes it to his room so he could in the mashed potatoes, and then he could give it to her. So so it would just be funny, but it would be funny obviously only to him that she had then eaten the mashed potatoes. It didn't end up happening in full that way, but he still got the mashed potatoes.
So mental.
There was just so much foodage happening.
There was a lot of foodage.
Yeah, a lot of I don't know if it's technically sploshing? I don't know. Is it sploshing if it's not messy? Yeah, there was quite a bit of food play. He's obsessed with food for whatever reason, which is that's fine. I don't really yuck anyone's yum, as they say.
So in this one, we have got Kat and Bennett, who are best friends with the same people from the last one, which was Kendra and the sexy Clark Kent lookalike. So this one we start off. So Kat goes for an audition because she wants to be in Cats in the musical. Unfortunately, she doesn't get it. So she's like, do you know what, Kendra? I'm just going to come with you. We're going to go to the winter retreat and we're going to get my first kill. Oh. Kendra's like, no problem, come with me. We'll have a whale of a time. She's like, is Bennett going? She's like, no. And she's like, good, because I don't want anything to do with Bennett because I want to see Maverick. Maverick was also in the last one and he's sexy. So she wants to get in there with him. Anyway, of course, what happens is she goes and Bennett turns up within 0.5 seconds. So they are now there together and she's still trying to get her first kill. And I mean, I don't really know what happens between them getting there and then her ending up in this cabin with Bennett, just them two.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I also agree.
Yeah,
that I don't really know what happened up
just
to
a
that
lot
point.
of nothing, really. A
lot of prancing around.
Mashed potato fucking, and...
He was kind of teasing her. So the retreat is basically where it's like serial unalivers go to this retreat where they can unalive lots of bad people. So they can get their rocks off with people who deserve it, basically. That's what the retreat is. So the summer one was obviously summer one, and now this is the winter one, like we said, in Alaska. And honestly, I agree that they were just doing a whole load of nothing, really.
Yeah.
To be honest, up to that point. And like I said, I really locked in when the whole turkey thing happened. So should we talk through the turkey scenes?
Yeah, go on then.
So if you don't mind turkey spice being spoiled, please stay. But if you don't want the scene to be spoiled, we don't often do spoilers in these wrap-ups.
Thing is, I don't really feel like it's a spoiler.
No, we're just talking, it's just a spicy scene.
Lauren does post it a lot on her socials about there being a turkey situation in her book.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah.
We're just telling you said turkey situation. Then it's obviously been like flitting around because he does want to do something. Like he does want to do some food. As in put his pee-pee in some food. Anyway, so she has got, like, she's hungry. So she wants to go down to the kitchen, make herself a sandwich. She goes downstairs. She opens the fridge. And he is literally fucking a turkey. The turkey that's meant to be for Christmas dinner for everyone the following day. But he's put a melon there in the turkey bum so that he's actually... He's actually doing the melon and not the turkey. So it's a melon turkey hybrid situation. And she gets jealous because she's like, oh my God, he really wanted to do this turkey and not me. Because at that point, they've done bits, but they hadn't fully done the stuff. So, I mean, they come together in the end. They go back to one of their rooms, and this is where the turkey drumstick situation occurs when they first finally do it.
So what happens with the turkey drumstick?
So the non-turkey head, you know, like the big bit. So he starts off with that because why not start slow and with something that's not so mental? So he starts doing her with that.
With the smaller end.
With the smaller end. The bone end.
Yeah.
Starts doing her with the bone end. And then gets really excited. So then he does her with the meat end.
Yep.
In the bottom. And they're really getting into it. And then he starts doing her with his pee-pee at the front. So she's got turkey meat in the back, his meat in the front.
Human meat in the front.
And they're having a whale of a time. So it's all of that. They both finish. And then they can't get the leg out of her bum.
It literally gets stuck.
It gets stuck. So they have to call some people in.
Yeah.
To help with
one of the people that they call in
situation.
is actually mute. Doesn't talk.
The woman, yeah.
Yeah, woman doesn't talk. Just to make it even more mental.
But she really wanted to help.
Yeah. And they end up having to knock her out to get the turkey drumstick out. So she just like essentially gets knocked out and goes to sleep and just wakes up minus a turkey drumstick.
I don't even know where to
I know
go
that I realise how ridiculous it might sound us saying that we locked in at that scene, but if you read it or listen to it, if you're going to do it, listen
to it.
Because it really makes it so much better.
Absolutely insane. Yeah. And you know, like, even the spice that was happening with the turkey leg, I was kind of like, I mean, I'm having a really good time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it was fun.
Yeah.
Not that I'd want a turkey leg in my bottom.
No.
But I was kind of like, I get it. A laugh.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it was just fucking mental.
It was insane.
If you've ever read anything that Lauren Biel has written, you'll know that it's all fucking mental. Like, it's absolutely batshit crazy.
And there's a lot of food-based things in her writing, isn't
You just got to go into it. Yeah, a lot of food-based things. A lot of, like, weird objects being used all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And that's fine. You got to go into her books expecting that, really. And yeah, we did. So, but also we had read Sinner's Retreat, so we kind of did loosely know what to expect anyway, that it was going to be a bit mental. So one of my other favourite scenes before we move on was, so she obviously likes Maverick at the beginning, and then she ends up getting with Bennett eventually, and then her feelings start to shift towards Bennett as opposed to Maverick. And then Maverick comes to her room one night, but Bennett's in there. And at this point, nobody knows that they've been getting it on. Yep. So they're sitting in the room together. Maverick knocks on the door and she's like, oh, shit, you can't be here. So she knocks him off the bed, rolls him under the bed. So he's under the bed. And then Maverick comes in. And then she has to play up to the fact that, you know, she's obviously always liked Maverick. So now she has to keep up this like facade.
Yeah.
So then he comes in, he like sits on the bed and she's like trying to pretend. And then Bennett under the bed farts, but it's like quiet. And it absolutely,
you know, like the silent but deadly
silent
ones.
But violent.
Yeah.
It absolutely stinks so bad. And Maverick's like, my God, are you okay? And she's like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm just not feeling very well. And then it happens again, but I think it was loud the next time, and then that's how he ends up getting caught. But oh my God, those
So
scenes,
good.
I was crying. It was so fucking
Yeah.
funny. Honestly, it was so funny.
There is just another, like, back onto the food situation. There is another moment where he sticks his pee-pee in some honey.
Oh yeah.
And gets her to lick it. And
Yep.
that one, I was
That
down.
was fine. Yeah,
that was good.
fine. That
Yeah.
was, I can get on board with
That
that.
was at the cabin.
Yeah.
The cabin scene was delightful.
There was a lot of honey involved in the cabin.
There wasn't there?
Yeah. That was the first time where they were sort of like, okay, maybe let's do a little something. So let's do stars. I gave this 4 overall.
Yep, I also gave
You
it
also
4.
gave it 4. Like
Yep.
I said, it was 3.5 until the turkey scenes, and then after that it was a 4. So I settled on a 4. Chili peppers, I gave it 4.5.
Oh my God, I gave it 3.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it 4.5. I just thought it was fucking mental, to be
Yeah.
honest. And obviously the double penetration with
the drumstick.
With the drumstick
The
was
drumage.
insane. 400-ish pages. I didn't write down how long it is on Audible. It's however long 400 pages would take you to listen to.
I reckon 9 hours?
Yeah.
If it was like the full, like
One
on
speed.
one. Yeah.
It's really not that long. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Should we have a Kipling cake break?
Oh, let's do a cake break. Or a what do you call it? What are these called? A mince pie break.
But it's called a billionaire crumble mince pie.
So we've got specially selected 4 billionaire crumble mince pies. I'll show the camera now. So you're going to see me try a mince pie for the first time ever in my life. This is them.
Oh, they smelled.
They do smell really good.
They smell like Christmas.
Okay.
Okay, I hope they taste like Christmas.
Ready? Oh, I'm nervous.
I am. But it smells.
Ready?
Yeah.
They smell really good. I feel like I can smell raisins.
Okay.
One does not like raisins.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh.
It's okay.
I've just got mainly crumble.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, there's a hint of spicy stuff.
There's definitely cinnamon in there. I'm getting cinnamon aftertaste.
That was quite strong as well.
Oh my God, there's a raisin. I can see a raisin. Okay, let's rate our very first mince pie, or my first mince pie, out of 10. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, 2.
5. Oh.
5. You got a 2 for the crumble.
Yeah, the crumbly bit was nice. If
5.
they just done that crumble bit without the middle, and the filling was something like, you know what's in the
Caramel
middle
or
of an Oreo?
something. Or even caramel.
Yeah.
Crumble and then like caramel to balance out the crumbly.
Oh, I've still got
Yeah.
sultanas in my mouth.
Well, stop saying sultanas.
I said it once.
It makes me feel unwell. One time was too many.
That's really sad that we had a bad Kipling break.
Never mind.
Oh well,
Should
we'll
we have a
move on.
celebration instead?
Yeah.
Okay, the next book is The Mean One by Ab Cynthe. Ab Cynthe. We don't know how to say her name. So this is the same author as a book that we read recently called Baked, and also Hollow Knights.
Yep.
As well, that we read on Halloween. Baked is extreme taboo, quite short book. Baked is basically a play on the fact that they're always high. Anyway, this is The Mean One, which is an adult parody of The Grinch.
Yes.
And he is called the Grouch
Exactly.
in this. And Max is actually his companion, but in the form of a female human. And she's fucking mental.
Honestly, she was insane.
Oh my God.
She was unaliving like there was no tomorrow.
If you read this the whole way through, you will understand what we mean when we say fucking mental.
Like,
because you think she's mad, and then you get to a certain point in the book and you're like, whoa, okay, so you've just totally gone off the rails.
Oh yeah, she had no filter.
Yeah.
It wasn't even, I mean, it got bad before it got to the end. When you get to the end.
That's what I mean. When you get to the end, you're like, oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You've really lost it. I mean, once she sort of like, once the key unlocked the door to like her complete psychoness,
Yeah.
like there was no going back.
Once he allowed her to take one life.
Oh, that was the
That
end.
was
of it,
the
yeah.
end.
That was
Yeah,
it
yeah,
then.
yeah.
She was done for.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'd obviously been waiting ages to do that.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So you get 2 female POVs in this. You get Max's and you get
May
May
Martha's.
Martha's POV. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely loved this.
It
I
was
mean,
really good.
obviously you get the Grouch's point of view as well. So you get 3 POVs. But I loved this. I absolutely devoured
it was so good.
It was batshit crazy, but I absolutely loved it. So he quite literally is the Grinch. Like, he really is. And the whole way through reading this, even though it was like the Grouch, I was still picturing the Grinch. And I was picturing his little cave that we know from the film and all that kind of stuff. But it was like a really, really dark, demented twist on it. So it's like they wanted revenge on people in the town, on Martha.
They were in Horville.
And they were in Horville, not Whoville. Yeah, it was just really great.
So this was hella spicy. The Grouch mainly did it with Max, but his love interest was actually May Martha. And Max was just fucking insane, just preventing him from basically being around anyone else and trying to make him fall in love with her. And it was just wild. Like,
so I think something happened between May Martha and the Grouch, when they were younger, like in school, and then he ran away, he scarpered off, and then Max joined him all those years ago, and they've been together ever since. And Max is like obsessed with him, and like you said, is like obsessed with making him fall in love with her, and like sort of keeps saying to him like, you couldn't live without me, and blah blah blah, and all this kind of stuff. And then eventually we end up in some kind of like revenge hype where they decide to take revenge on May Martha and the people of Horsville. And May Martha is with Gus, the police chief, who is disgusting.
So vile.
Oh, and May Martha works as what did you call it the other day? A lady of the night.
Lady of the night.
In an establishment that may or may not be run by like a madam. She's being pimped out, let's say.
So Gus, obviously in the actual Grinch, her and Gus are like getting married, whereas Gus is now paying for her for the services. Nice. For the services, but he does turn around to her and is like, you're going to marry me. So we do kind of get that little situation. Cindy Lou wrote an article about the Grouch, which is what brought him out of his little lair and made him start unaliving every single person that lived in Horville.
Yeah, I mean, there was actually a scene where they just unalived to him and Max, 2 random people in the forest that just like happened to be there, like crossing over his unofficial territory. And it is because people know that he's up there in that cave in the mountains, and people do go looking for him. And he came out, and there was this whole scene where they just like chopped off limbs, chopped off heads. It was all absolutely mental. And then they get it on.
And then they start doing it on
right there.
Him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was absolutely, honestly, it was fucking mental.
Insane.
But oh my God, it was so much fucking fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, obviously, Pee-Pee.
Yeah.
Not only
it's green and furry.
But she did him.
Yeah,
as well.
she did. Yeah.
That was a great scene.
Yeah, I mean,
time.
it was hella spicy, but also packed with hella plot as well. And I'm not joking, guys. This is 98 pages.
There's honestly so
less
much
than
happened.
100 pages, and so much happens.
So
like,
much happened.
when we talked about it, when we did the social media review, and I said to you, this is only 98 pages, you were like, what?
Yeah.
Because so much happens. Like, when you think about it, when we're thinking about it, it seems like it was a lot longer. It's such a great little read. Like if you've got the time, just give it a read.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I can follow every single thing that happened in that. And it was just wild. Like, because it's in one contained area. It's not like they, broaden their horizons and travel out to places. It's in one area. But just everything happened. It's basically the movie, but more unaliving.
More unaliving and with spice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely mental. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
And the end just goes absolutely west.
Jesus Christ. So this is the Max quote.
Yeah.
So this is what Max says to old Grouchy. That's right. Get it nice and wet so mummy can fuck you real good. That's when she's doing the Grouch. That was it.
Yeah. A little mommy quirk.
Love it!
Yeah. Okay, should we do stars?
Absolutely.
Okay, I gave this 4.5.
I gave it a 4.
And chili peppers?
The chilies!
What did you give it?
I gave it a 4.
I also gave it a 4.
Yeah. I mean, it's 90 pages and there was a lot of plot. So the fact that it's still 4 chilies is impressive.
I mean, it was really quite the feat, this one.
Yeah.
Like, I did not know what to expect going into this. Like, it's been in my TBR maybe for like 2 years or something like that. But it's been in my TBR for a while for Christmas. And I never ever knew what it was about. I'd just
Yeah.
seen it about the place, and people were like, oh, I read this one, or you should read this. I never knew what it was about. And when I finally opened it on Kindle to read it, that's the moment I found out that it was a Grinch parody. And I was like, I'm locked in. And it's not what I expected from it at all, but I actually don't know what I expected, but I'm really glad I read it.
Yeah, same.
Okay, let's move on to the next ones.
Woohoo.
So we've got 2 more, and we're actually going to rattle through these quite quickly just to get through them. So we're going to start with Bullets and Mistletoe. So this is another short one. It's 122 pages, so it's obviously a novella. It happens all in one place. It's like, it is mafia, but the mafia element is so small and tiny in it. And actually, because it's only 122 pages, one of my notes was I appreciated the fact that they didn't try to make the mafia a big thing. Because I think sometimes, and we have read some books or some novellas where they try to make it spicy, but with loads of mafia plot. And I think given mafia being the way it is with all the names and the different branches of mafia, whatever the right terminology is, that it can get a little bit confusing. It's not one of those things that you can just throw in as like a good quick plot like the Mean One. You have to spend some time because there's so many different elements to it. So I actually appreciated that the author didn't try to make this like a massive thing. So this is by CJ Lucci. It is based on Christmas. This is the same author that did Hateful Vows that we have posted about. That was like stepbrother, stepsister, why choose mafia rival kind of romance, and that was very good. So I fucking loved this. I ate this up. Now, I was thinking about this book after I finished reading it for days after, just randomly thinking about it. And it's not because like I don't mean this in a like a horrible way, obviously, but it's not like some literary masterpiece. Like, it's 120 pages and it's just a spicy Christmas novella.
It's hella spicy,
but
though.
For whatever reason, I was just thinking about it, and I loved, and I think I said this to you, I really loved the kind of small town element kind of to it. It really felt small towny. So it's basically based in this kind of like little tiny hotel in a little village, in a little town, hotel stroke B&B type thing. It's like a storm that's coming for Christmas time. These 3 guys turn up. It's like the guy in charge plus 2 other guys who are boyfriends, and they turn up at this like hotel B&B. They're there to look for some other guy on their like little mafia business and unalive him. So turn up at this B&B. Nobody else is staying there because they've all been turfed out because there's like a winter storm coming. And they walk in, and the owner, or not the owner, the woman that's behind the counter and is running the B&B/hotel is his childhood sweetheart, shall we say?
What are the chances?
He was in love with. Literally, what are the chances? So they obviously rekindle some kind of like romance there and relationship, and she's like, well, what the fuck? And he's like, well, what the fuck? And then they all get snowed in together, and obviously things escalate, and it was just, I loved it so much.
Do you know what? I really loved the spice. We love a wide choose anyway, but there's one spicy scene in this that I'm pretty sure will stay with me for a very long time. So we have got Amelia, who is the one that runs the hotel. We've got Stefano, who's like the head. We've got Matthew, and then we've got Batista. So Matthew and Batista are boyfriends.
Yeah.
But they dabble. So Matthew is like the man in charge. So he will tell everyone where to go in all these spicy scenes. So he tells Amelia to get on top of Stefano. So she is like sat on top, as in her back is to his front. So Matthew tells Batista to get on the floor so his head is facing their areas. Matthew starts doing him from behind, and then he tells Batista to lick where they're joined. And that was delicious.
It was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I was just thinking about the whole book for days after it was finished. It was just a great, quick, easy to consume, spicy read.
Really good.
Spicy Christmas read. It was great. Honestly, I do think you should read it. I rated this highly, very highly, actually, which we'll get to in a minute, but for lots of reasons. So it all kind of like, the whole spice started because she was going downstairs. She ended up going past their bedroom. She could hear them doing bits together, the two boyfriends. And then she got like all hot and bothered. So she was like, oh my God, she listened for a bit. And then she like scarpered off back up the stairs to her room. So her apartment was like right on the top floor of this like hotel B&B. And then as she's scarpering off, Stefano's coming up the stairs and he just sees the like tail end of her running off. So as he comes up the stairs, he can then hear the boys and he's like, I know what's happened here. She's got a little excited. So he goes up the stairs, he's like, I don't know if he's like planning on knocking on the door or whatever. So he goes up the stairs and he's got like a little cup of hot cocoa or whatever. And he goes up, gets to her door, and then he can hear her inside doing bits to herself. And he's like, well. So then he sets the hot cocoa down on the banister at the top of the stairs. And then he proceeds to
get himself out.
Do things to himself right outside of her door. Yeah, all at the same time.
They're
separate
having a
places.
great time that night.
Yeah. And then that is how it kind of like escalates. So then the next day it's sort of like, one person makes a move on another person and then they're all like, oh my God, like, and then it just kind of like escalates from there, obviously quite quickly.
Yeah.
It is
It's
spicy
really
book, but it is very, very good. I did have a good time. So they were all snowed in. So it was like forced proximity, why choose, swords crossing, mafia elements. Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah, don't go into this thinking that it's going to be like some heavy plot mafia situation, because this is pure fucking Christmas smut.
Yeah, it was great.
And it hit the spot.
Yeah. Okay, let's do ratings.
Absolutely.
What did you give it stars?
4.
I gave it 5.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I gave it 5 before I even like was thinking about it for days after.
Yeah.
So I just had a really good time.
Yeah, that's good.
And I don't know. I mean, obviously thinking about it now, I'm thinking, was it really a 5? But was it more like a 4 or 4.5? But I can only go on how it made me feel at the time. I don't want to. I don't want to now rate it down because it's been a couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? And I've read loads since then. And that's how I felt at the time. So yeah. And Chili Peppers.
The Chili's. 4.5.
I gave it 5. It was just pure smut. So I did actually, sorry, to go back to the stars, I did originally give it 4.5. And then I went back and I gave it 5 after having a little think about it. I did give it 5 because I was like, actually, I had a great time. Yeah.
You was overthinking it, yeah.
Okay, let's get to the last one, which is
Santa's Sack.
Lols. We have actually read a lot more Christmas books than what we're going over in here, but we've just picked out our favorites from the lot that we've read, to be honest. So this is Santa's Sack. It's by Nicole Parker and Unfortunate Reads. It is only 83 pages, so another quick short Christmas read. And this is an adult parody of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and our main characters are Santa Claus, of course, and Oogie Boogie.
So you say this to me and I don't know what this means because obviously I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Which makes me feel like you should have gone in, because you've gone in with less context.
Yeah.
I feel like you should have been like, what the fuck?
And I thought, sure.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I'm down.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So it is Oogie Boogie, who is basically a sack full of bugs.
But in this, gummy sweets.
Yeah. But in this, the bugs are gummy worms.
Yeah.
Like sweets.
Okay, so we have Santa and we've got the Sack Man. So last year, Santa got kidnapped by the Sack Man and he was in the sack and they had some spicy little situation together and he hasn't stopped thinking about it since because it was the time of his life. So now, the next year, there is an occasion meeting where all the occasions come together so that they can discuss the fact that Santa got stolen by the Sack Man and things like this can't happen again.
Yeah, so occasions like Easter, Christmas, etc.
All that stuff. They're all sat around the meeting. Santa's sat down, but he's all feeling giddy because he's like, oh my God, I'm going to see Sackman again. And I really liked him. Sackman sits opposite and then Sackman lets off one of his little gummy worms, which then goes across the floor and makes its way up Santa's leg and just wraps himself around Santa's pee-pee and starts tugging.
Just there at the table with everybody else in front of the council and all sorts.
And everyone,
all of the other occasions, And
And
the two fairies there.
Yeah, they're having a little flirt, little flirty banter via Teams. And then,
Lol.
And then the occasion people, they say, right, everyone's going to have a celebration scanner, which means you're going to have a little person that follows you around to make sure that you stay safe and you don't do anything against the rules.
Because obviously after Santa being kidnapped They're like, we need to keep you all safe, so don't interact. If you want to interact with another occasion, then you have to go through us, and you have to explain yourself why, you shouldn't need to be meeting or talking to any other occasion.
Yeah.
And they're kind of, at the beginning, you think that these like celebration scanners, they're a bit like, the blokes that give you tickets on your car.
Total squares.
Like a fucking job's worth.
Yeah.
You're like, oh mate, these are gonna do my fucking head in. And they do seem like job's worth at the end. They do seem like job's worth at the beginning, but actually they turn out to be well alright in the end.
I really liked them.
Yeah.
I thought they were sweet.
Yeah. And then there's like a whole like spicy thing at the end with the celebration scanners.
They all end up doing each other.
Yeah, it just fucking went mental. But yeah, so Santa and the sack get it on. And the sack kind of like corners Santa after the meeting. I say corners him, but he like corners him in the hallway, pushes him against the wall and all sorts of stuff, and he's like, you need to come to my lair and whatever. So Santa goes to his lair to like, but he's like, well, it's got to be quick before my celebration scanner kind of notices that I'm gone. Lol. The more I talk about it, the fucking more mental it sounds. And so he goes to his lair, and then the grouch, the sack has like all of these like different toys. I think he has like floggers and all sorts of stuff there, doesn't he?
Up.
And he bought Santa like a little red blanket and had like a little setup of like cushions on like a little bed or whatever in the corner.
Together.
Yeah, just for him. Like the red blanket was just for him. And yeah, it just goes off. I mean, it is absolutely fucking mental.
And they got really spicy together. Like the sack was doing Santa from behind relentlessly.
Yep.
Santa was having the time of his life.
He really was living his best life.
Then he got Santa on his knees in the shower.
There was do you want to talk about there? Because I know you quite like this, the scene with the tooth fairy and the...
Well, I love this scene. So there was a bonus chapter at the end, which is the occasion council. So like the main guy, he's like sat there going through his papers.
If you think of him a bit like a judge.
Yeah, like a judge. He sat there going through his papers, and the tooth fairy's always had a little bit of a thing for him. And she comes in and she sits on his desk and she's being all like flirty with her legs out and stuff. And then... like, I don't even know how it came about, but he ends up opening her up and, like, having a little touchy-touchy, licky-licky. Then he gets his gavel out and just starts...
That's not a euphemism, an actual gavel.
Yeah, like the judge
the little mini hammer for a judge.
Yeah, that little bad boy starts ramming it up in her. She's having a good time. She's having a great time. She really enjoyed it. I don't even know how this took such a turn. She puts a plug in him, but she gets him unchanged, and he's got, like, this pink corset. So he's got his robes on. Takes his robes off, and he's got a pink corset on and a pink thong. And then she just puts a plug in him and then puts his robes back on and is like, you're good to go. So then he goes to his meeting, and we know he's got a pink corset on, a pink thong on underneath, and with a plug, and she turns the plug on and he's all like,
it starts like vibrating and shit, whilst he's in his meeting. It's so wild, because I was reading that scene with the tooth fairy, and honestly, I'm not joking when I tell you this, I was reading the scene as if she was about 4 inches big. I was not imagining her.
Gavel
so I was thinking, when the gavel got involved, I was thinking, wait a minute, those logistics don't add up. So I've obviously got something wrong here. So then I was like, I was trying to reframe the whole scene in my brain as her as a normal sized person, and it just wasn't computing. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I was imagining her being done by this gavel that's the same size as her. And that was a problem. I couldn't really get on board with the scene, because all I could think about was Tinkerbell. I was basically imagining Tinkerbell in that scene. And I was like, once I had realised that I was wrong, I couldn't unimagine it. Do you know what I mean?
I was down as soon as she sat on the desk, because he was worrying about all of his papers being trashed everywhere. And she sat on his desk, and I was like, that's a full grown woman. She's got her legs out on that.
Yeah, see, I was imagining like someone like... and then she just sat down like that, and then he got his gavel out, and I was thinking, wait a minute, that's way too big to go in there. But obviously that was fully a me problem, by the way. I was obviously imagining like Tinkerbell sized person, you know, like Thumbelina
with that massive gavel,
with a gavel that was like 2 times the size of her. Yeah,
that's a concern. So we had Sack Daddy, that's what Santa called him. obviously.
That was brilliant. I loved that. Sack Daddy really was a new low for me.
Yeah. We don't mind a daddy, but at this point we're doing sack
Sack
daddies
Daddy
now.
was
Wow.
that was a new daddy low.
Rainbow Lollycock. That was good. And bourbon and cloves climax. So his man juice was bourbon and cloves flavoured. How very Christmassy of him.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I would say, do you want to do stars and chilies? But I actually haven't written any stars and chilies down. I can't remember what I gave it.
Oh, so I went 4 for stars and 4 for chilies.
So I think I gave it a 4. Let's just go with 4 for stars.
Sure.
And what did you give it, chilies?
4.
I think I'll go with 4 as well. 4 to 5. I mean, it was just pure smut, obviously, with Santa and Sack Daddy. So
It was
that's
good,
it, really. Santa and Oogie Boogie. It was great. Okay, so before we finish, we're just going to quickly watch the John Lewis ad. We were going to do it earlier on. We were going to take like another break, but we decided just to rattle through all of the books. Okay, I've got it up. This is the 2025.
Do you know what? So
John Lewis
I've cried at quite a few of them.
Yeah, me
it
too.
makes me really it makes me feel really overwhelmed and emotional.
What a fucking tune. Love is the love is.
I'll take you down, deep down where the love lives.
Oh,
That was cute.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah, that was very sweet.
I got a little tear in my eye. And that's it.
That's a wrap, baby. Oh my god, that's a wrap. That's a wrap for 2020.
That is a wrap for 2025. We are done. We are done with 2025 content. Officially.
I mean, to be fair, it's been tough.
Yeah.
As in the last few days. Like, we've been relentlessly filming for about 4 days.
Yep. Yep, indeed. Yep. That's my fault because I've decided to go away.
I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
I just came here.
Yeah. Probably won't do that again, but you know.
Next time, we will both go on sabbatical.
Yeah, I was just thinking that we'll just go the same time.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got through it. We filmed the whole weekend. It's ended up falling over a couple of days into midweek, but it's fine. We've got it done. We didn't do as much as we wanted to, but we've got enough. And that's the main thing. We did as much as we could. So I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Thank you for sticking with us for 2025. What a journey it's been. It's been like absolutely insane. So when I get back, we are going to film some podcasts, which is going to be like yearly wrap up. So like our favorite books of the year, 5-star reads of the year, 5 chili peppers of the year, like all that kind of stuff really, to go up like early January. And hopefully they will be up from our new studio and not from here.
That'd be exciting.
Which, you know, as much as we love my bookshelf and everything, it's just a pain in the arse having to set this up each and every time. So somewhere that we can just go into and just sit down and start filming straight away would be ideal. So hopefully the next podcast that you see from us, it will be from a nice bougie studio.
And we're going to come back with ZA as well.
And we'll be back with
Zodiac Academy.
Yes.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Yes. I'm actually excited to get back into it now. I'm glad we've taken a break.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Have a good Christmas, everyone.
Have an amazing Christmas. And see you in 2026.
Thank you for sticking with us. We appreciate it a lot, whether it's on socials or just for the podcast. We appreciate you a lot.
I mean, we'll still talk to you anyway in between.
Yeah. See you in the new year. Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, everyone.